It was the night of the annual Moon Festival in Uromi, a serene town in Edo State. The festivities had ended earlier than usual due to a sudden downpour. My cousins and I, feeling restless and unwilling to let the night go to waste, decided to venture into the forest near our grandmother's house. The forest, known as Sakyuo, was infamous for strange occurrences, but we were too excited to let old wives' tales deter us. Armed with flashlights, we set out under the cover of darkness, our laughter and whispers bouncing off the silent trees. The air was thick with the smell of wet earth, and the chirping of crickets was the only sound accompanying us. My cousin Odia, always the boldest, led the way. He teased us with stories of Bush Baby, a mysterious spirit said to roam the forest at night. We laughed nervously, pretending not to believe, but I could feel the hair on the back of my neck stand on end. As we delved deeper, the forest seemed to come alive. The once gentle rustle of leaves turned into whispers, and the shadows cast by our flashlights seemed to move on their own. Suddenly, we heard a distant wail, faint but chilling. It was neither human nor animal, and it sent shivers down my spine. "Did you hear that?" My younger cousin whispered, her voice trembling. "Probably the wind," Odia replied, but even he didn't sound convinced. We pressed on, our bravery dwindling with every step. Then, out of nowhere, our flashlights flickered and went out, plunging us into darkness. Panic set in as we huddled together, our breaths quick and shallow. "What's happening?" I whispered, my voice barely audible. Before anyone could answer, we saw a dim, glowing figure emerging from the trees. It was humanoid but distorted, its body shimmering like water. We froze, unable to move or speak. The figure let out a low, guttural sound that echoed through the forest. And then it started moving toward us. Odia screamed, breaking the trance, and we ran. We ran like our lives depended on it, tripping over roots and crashing through bushes. The forest seemed endless, and the figure was relentless, its glow illuminating the path behind us. Finally, we burst out of the forest, collapsing onto the dirt road that led to our grandmother's house. The glow vanished, and the night was eerily silent again. We looked at each other, our faces pale and our bodies trembling. Back at the house, we tried to explain what had happened, but no one believed us. "It's just your imagination," our grandmother said, though her eyes held a flicker of fear. That night, none of us slept. Every sound made us jump, and the image of the glowing figure haunted our dreams. To this day, we never speak of that night, but whenever I visit Hiromi and pass by the forest, I can't help but feel its gaze.